Applications of rational choice theory. Rational choice theory has a wide variety of applications in all types of spheres affecting human population. First, economics and business. Rational choice theory can explain individual purchasing behaviors. Politics. Rational choice theory can be used to explain voting behaviors, election of politicians, and how political issues are handled. Sociology. Rational choice theory can explain social phenomena. This is because all social change and institutions occur because of individual actions. And addiction treatment. Rational choice theory can be used to identify addiction motivations and provide substance alternatives that are equally beneficial to patients. Strength and weakness of rational choice theory. Rational choice theory can be helpful in understanding individual and collective behaviors. It helps to pinpoint why people, groups, and society as a whole move toward certain choices based on specific goals and rewards. Weakness. A limitation of rational choice theory is that it focuses on individual action. While one could say that individual action drives large social structures, some rational choice theory critics argue the theory is too limited in its explanation. How does rational choice theory apply to social work? In social work, rational choice theory helps social workers understand the motivations of those they work with. Using rational choice theory, social workers can uncover why their clients do certain things and have gotten into certain situations, even when they seem unfavorable. Critics of rational choice theory. Another criticism is that rational choice theory doesn't comment on the influence of social norms. An argument against rational choice theory is that most people follow social norms even when they're not benefiting from adhering to them. I think that's enough from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Salma. My registration number is A1M21113, and I'm from Group 3. And that my subtopic that I will present today is criticisms in the relational choice model. Theory of planning is concerned with the process by which decisions are taken. Focus of planning process began in several fields after the Second World War and has involved contributions mainly from the social and economic sciences. Planning can be referred to as a set of methods designed to prepare information in such a way that decision can be made more rationally. And planning should be rational by evaluating comprehensively all possible actions in the light of their consequence, and ensuring that these considerations include alternative goals, and the planning should also respond flexibly to new situations. Rational choice theory expresses that individuals are in control of their decisions. They don't make choices because of unconscious traditions or environmental influences. They use rational consideration to weigh consequence and potential benefits. Rational choice theory has a wide variety of applications in all types of shapers affecting human populations. Sociology. Rational choice theory can explain social phenomena. This is because all social change and institutions occur because of individual actions. Rational choice theory can be helpful in understanding individual and collective behaviors. It helps to point why people, groups, and society as a whole move toward certain choices based on specific costs and rewards. A limitation of rational choice theory is that it focuses on individual actions, while one could say that individual action drives large social structures. Some rational choice theory critics argue that theory is too limited in its explanation. So the criticism of rational choice, even though rational comprehensive test for a long time the predominant planning model, a number of accusations of its failures were made by its opponents. They relied on a number of reasons in support of their arguments. The opponents argue that it is naive to assume a stable and widely accepted values to structure goal setting. It is difficult to have each person agree on common goals, as each and every person perceives issues differently and have different interests. Incorporating all these differences will pose a big challenge to the planners. Moreover, not everyone can and should accept and adopt one form of universal values and beliefs. The assumptions of comprehensive intellectual human abilities is also in question. Human beings cannot comprehend everything, nor can they even fully comprehend one planning aspect. No matter how rational we would hope to be, there is no way anyone can gather all the facts and take into account every consideration. Concerning the need to develop alternative approaches, critics censor comprehensive rationality. The nature of the problems and the complexity of the environments will generate an unmanageable number of alternatives to consider. The uncertainty and ambiguity of the environment would also undermine any confidence in determining consequences if a particular alternative is chosen. Critics argue that all decisions are taken in ignorance of the future, but rather based on assumptions. The planners cannot predict abrupt changes and no expectations which arise between decision-making and implementations. Only a short-term future can be predicted with confidence. Rational comprehensive planning also requires a great deal of time. Time more often than not is limited. Not all relevant information required for a decision can be acquired within a limited time period, and therefore most decisions can only be satisfactory solutions. Achieving the optimum balance therefore becomes elusive. It is important to note that all activities directed towards allocation and reallocations of the scarce resources is essentially political. Rational decision-making models tend to ignore these dimensions of social planning. Decisions in the political arena are influenced faced more by the perceptions of the situation than by any rational concept of objective reality. Critics argue that the lack of political interest and commitment to implement policies challenges the planner's agenda of rationality in planning. Another charge leveled against the rational comprehensive approach is that it is a costly and protracted exercise in futility. The argument is that while social and economic costs are well considered by rational planners, they ignore the enormous impact their planning has on budget allocations. Critics also censure rational, comprehensive planning for solidifying new forms of authority and power. The process places power and trust in the hands of the planner who is seen as an expert bearing all the information required to solve problem. This ignores public consultations, which is paramount in the decision-making process. I think that's enough for me, and I say wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.